Hi everybody, I'm just following up on the last video I posted. I ran out of storage space. It was on my better phone. But I have a missing bird from this morning. I believe it was stolen. There was not an animal here after that dog left who would have taken this bird other than a human, or I call them inhumans, they're predators. But what I did do, I didn't really want to do it because I have all these buildings and all this land for my animals to hang out on. But I just purchased 2 coop runs that I will attach to their chicken coops so that in case another predator comes, I can round them up and lock them into this cage. And any birds that I get from now on will be trained to use that run, which is part of the chicken coop. Chicken coops are enclosed buildings, but most people who don't allow their animals to free roam for these reasons is that they will attach what's called a run. A run is like a metal cage, usually with a cover on it to prevent, rain from getting in. It gives the birds the ability to peck on the ground, etc., etc., get out of the rain and all of that. But I have all these buildings. They have the buildings out there. They'll still be able to go there, but in incidences like that happened yesterday with the dogs, I would have had the ability to round them up in a cage. Although it can be sometimes very difficult. I'm locking my gate right now, folks. It can be very difficult with getting birds in there. But if they're trained to go in, they'll automatically go in. So I did not want to put out the money for 2 cages like this, but the thing is they are easy to assemble, easy to de-assemble in case I were to move from here. And it would be a quick ability for me to set up a cage for the birds somewhere else. Like, it's really easy to set cats up somewhere. They'll either live in your house, they can live in your basement, they can live in a garage, in a shed. Like my cat building there. But with the chickens, people will either free roam them and have a coop where they go in at night. But many, many people, a lot of homesteaders I see, have the chicken coop attached to a cage, which is called a run. So I just ordered 2. I ordered 2 different sizes. I ordered a big one to go on the back of this larger coop. It's going to be like 256 inches long. And then I ordered a smaller one to attach to the smaller coop. And since I have different birds in different coops, it'll work out just fine. Any new birds that I get, any new birds that hatch, any babies will be automatically trained to be in those coops. And also, it'll be an easy way for me to separate moms and their babies from the other animals and be locked in from these predators. So no, my little white bird that I just named yesterday, I named the 3 birds Chirp, because it's a little baby barred rock that chirps a lot. I named it Chirp. And then the orange one, I named Camile. I was going to name it Camellia because of the flower, but it's too many syllables. If you name an animal with too many syllables, they don't remember it. It's hard for them to understand it. And then Chippy, the white one. The white one is gone. It was stolen. I did not see a struggle here. I did not find feathers, which leads me to believe that somebody just picked it up and ran off with it. The feathers that you see here are from the Buff Orpington that was stolen yesterday that I still can't find. I still cannot find this bird. The dog that was eating the other bird left the remains behind, and that's what they usually do. They'll eat, unfortunately, the insides out and leave the rest behind. I cannot find this bird anywhere. So that's what I wanted to say. And I also wanted to add that when I called the sheriff's department yesterday and reported these trespassing feral dogs, because I didn't know anything more, they're feral dogs to me, shouldn't be on my property. I also reported the threats and harassment by Scarlett, my neighbor. I also reported the break-in to my garage and the damage of my newly installed wood floor. So they set out the warden to come and pick up 2 of the 3 dogs because he couldn't find the 3rd one, maybe because it was hiding somewhere. But to date, right now, no one has contacted me about taking an incident report for the vandalism of the floor or for the harassment and threats, the terrorist threat by my neighbor, Scarlett. So there you go, folks. That's what happens when you report real crime, when you're a targeted person. And somebody mentioned to me, I don't know if it was a video or a comment, it might have been an article I read, that wherever a targeted person lives, the crime rate substantially increases. And it substantially increases around and because of the targeted person, what they do to the target. The break-ins, the vandalism, the trespassing, the sabotage, all of that. But it is not reported in the county, town, city, state statistics. So when you go looking for a new place to live, and you go looking up the crime statistics, they're always distorted. And that's why when I was talking about the census, the number of individuals living in a place, they're not correct either. There are a lot of people that never report or fill in the census. And there are many people that are living off the grid, that are not paying those kinds of bills, don't have a mortgage. Land may have been passed down. They're not paying property taxes even. So those people are not counted. And then there, like, let's say I were to rent out all of these little buildings to different people, right? Those people would not literally be counted in a census. And the same thing with the crime statistics. Because in New Jersey, none of my police incident reports ever made it to the police blotter. They were never printed in the local newspaper. If it's not printed in the local blotter, in the police blotter, it is not a statistic. It will not be reportable to a census, to the crime statistics. It won't be reported under the number of burglaries in the town or the city or the state, the number of thefts, pet harm, trespassing. None of it will be reported. So for all of those years that I lived in Manalapan, New Jersey, none of my reports while I was a targeted person were ever posted in the police blotter. Now here, there are many reports that the previous sheriff never filed a report on. He came here, he took the information, but it never ended up on paper. Then there were other people that would call and never show up here. They would never take photos of the damage and never provide an incident report number. So it's not logged. So everybody is a liar. They're lying about the crime rate in their cities and towns. They're lying about what's happening to the targeted person. It's all a big cover-up. It's a big lie. But as one of my very intelligent subscribers said, that it's becoming so well known, so widely reported by hundreds of thousands, actually millions of people in the United States. It's no longer a secret. It's no longer a cover-up. The suspendables, the recovering FBI agents, are speaking out about it. Jim Jordan is speaking out about it and not going with the FISA 702 again, getting rid of it or changing it. It's going to be substantially different. So that's my little rant and follow-up on what was cut off earlier. So no, my little white bird, Chippy, he is stolen. He was a beautiful little white bird. He's about 2.5 months old. He was one of 3. And I'm going to say something historically with me and perhaps with you too, although there are a lot of people out there that don't have more than one animal. Maybe you have 2. But when you have 3, let's say triplets that are all born together, I have always experienced them killing or stealing one of the 3. It's another trauma. It's a trauma to the animals. My animals just experienced the loss of 3 birds that they grew up with. I ordered them through McMurray Hatchery last year as 1-day-old baby chicks. They all grew up together. They're all family. And now their family has been destroyed. Not just yesterday, but within the last couple of weeks. And granted, definitely a fox took one of them. You can tell when a fox comes and goes. I've caught the fox. I have intercepted foxes, this one fox trying to steal an animal. If you yell at a fox, it will disappear. It'll run. It runs off. I come running out here when I see a fox, and all I go is I yell, boom! I'll hit something, and the fox just takes off in the other direction. Not those dogs yesterday. Those dogs had a one-track mind. But it was the way I watched them come and go. It's almost as if they were receiving messages. Maybe they're microchipped. Maybe I don't know about that. They were obviously sent here to wreak havoc. The fact that the warden has not come by today to pick up that 3rd dog. That 3rd dog went wandering down the county road. Just says a lot. And also, I feel bad. I feel bad for my animals here. They have experienced such a loss. And the fact that they did it yesterday, the morning that Rex died, is so despicable, so criminal, so sadistic. And poor Henry here, he lost half of his behind. Right, Henry? You were chasing after it. Look at him. His behind is all red. All of his feathers fell out yesterday. I think the dog was trying to get him, and he's really big. He's a huge bird. And, the males they're stronger than the females. And my females are sweet. But he didn't get the rooster, but he got the girl that he was trying to protect. So I'm going to go do some errands around here, folks. But I just wanted to give you a heads up what my plans are here now. I just ordered 2 runs, metal building runs. One is going to go here, right next to the coop. I will have a lock on it. It's going to go right here. The other one's going to go right over there, behind there, where they like to hang out. It's part shade, part sun, perfect. Here, part shade, part sun, perfect. I shouldn't have to do this on all this acreage. I should be able to allow my animals to run free here. Just the way I should be able to run free here. That's why people buy land. So they can be buffered and sheltered from the outside. But these criminals, they are predators. They are absolute predators. I could deal with a predator fox. But these dogs they let loose, this is every year. Literally, it's every year since I've been here. I think I mentioned the first year it was this black dog. The second year, there were several stray dogs. I think it was the 3rd year that Caleb Barrett, his hound dog, was here. This year, this dog. Oh, and also my neighbors, the jailbird, they let their dogs run wild last year. I caught their dog here. A pit bull type of a dog. came running around, chasing the chickens, chasing my cats. So yes, I wrote Senator Rand Paul and I asked him to enact a leash law here in Kentucky. I posted the brief letter that I wrote to him through the website on the last video I posted. You can go check it out. It's short, it's brief, not too complicated. I'll send it again. I'll send it until we get one enacted here. So anyway, folks, I've got, you know, some extra work here. The temperature is nice now. I mean, it's in the 80s. It's breezy. It doesn't feel as hot as it actually is. It's 85 degrees. But the breeze is really nice. But I hope everybody's doing well on this Friday. I hope you're doing something fun this weekend. Please stock up on food. The food prices are going through the roof. And I hear that there are 6 states that are going to have severe 40% food shortages due to transportation of food to those locations. So anyway, I'm going to sign off for now, get some stuff done. I hope everybody's doing well. And thank you for those people that were able to get into the chat last night. It is posted under the live section at the main page of this channel. So this is Lorraine Alternatives Homesteading. Please hit the thumbs up also. Combat the cyber stalkers and the local neighbors that downvote all of our videos.